Uh, Example 1. A coin is tossed 6 times and the number of heads, the capital X, it's tossed 6 times, and we are told that the number of heads, and this is what is given as capital X rather, is noted. The number of heads, that capital X, is noted. Write down all the possible values of X. Write all the possible values of X. And of course, the possible values of X are, it is tossed 6 times. The capital X is actually capturing the number of heads in each and every toast. Out of all tosses, 6 tosses, is it possible that we can have 0 heads? Yes, it is true. Is it true? Is it possible to have only 1 head? Yes. Is it possible to have 2 heads? Yes. Is it possible to have 3 heads? Yes. Is it possible to have 4 heads? Yes, it is an outcome. Is it possible that we can have 5 heads? Is it possible we can have all heads showing up after each and every toss, giving us 6 heads? Yes. So write down all possible values of X. And we have realized that tossing a coin is an experiment. And the results that we are having are simply outlined here. But let us go to example number 2, which will guide us on how to approach such questions. And this one is more or less fundamental information on how we can answer such questions. Look at example 2, which says, write down whether or not each of the following is a discrete random variable. Write down whether or not each of the following is a discrete random variable. And part A, this is now example 2, and we are told that an average height of a group of boys, average height, is this discrete or continuous data? Is it discrete or continuous variable? Of course, average can take any measure because height is in continuous scale. So height is measured on a continuous scale. So this one is not discrete. This one is not discrete. This is not discrete random variable, because height, let's talk about height, is measured on continuous scale. Remember, you can have 1.73 meters, 1.54 meters. That is not discrete, it's actually continuous. But B, the number of times a coin is tossed before a head appears. Number of heads. The number of heads, or the number of times a coin is tossed. Let's just be specific. The number of times before the number of times a coin is tossed. Let us just be specific. The number of times a coin is tossed before a head appears. This one is outrightly discrete data because we can count. This is discrete. This one is discrete data. It is we're going to talk about discrete random variable because we are going to have a discrete data. Discrete data, this is because we can count. We can count. We can count them up. We are also talking about the number that it is a number that is the result of an experiment. This one is, it is a result of an experiment. So this is discrete data. What about C? Part C talks about the number of months in an year. The number of months in a year. And this one is a bit interesting. It is not a discrete random variable. This one is not a discrete. This one is not a discrete random variable. Why? This is a discrete random variable. This is because it is not an experiment. The number of months in 1 year do not change. Yeah, it's not a result of an experiment. So it is not a result of an experiment. Again, number of months, the numbers of months do not change. So however much you want to talk about the months of the year, they will not change, and therefore they are not experimental. And because of this reason, the number of months in a year are not a discrete random variable. All right.